Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we're tackling one of the most perplexing questions surrounding Thailand. How is it that a country known for its deep Buddhist roots also has one of the largest and most famous sex industries in the world? Thailand, with its beautiful temples and peaceful Buddhist teachings, seems like an unlikely place for such a booming trade. But here's the reality. It's a global hub for sex tourism and a thriving sex industry. So, how did we get here, and what's driving this paradox? Let's first talk about Thailand's cultural backdrop. Thailand is one of the few countries in Southeast Asia where Buddhism is not just a religion, but also a guiding philosophy. The values of compassion, peace, and moral integrity are deeply ingrained in Thai society. Yet, here's the paradox. Buddhism in Thailand traditionally promotes values of celibacy, moderation, and self-restraint. So how do we reconcile these teachings with a booming sex industry? The answer lies in the complex relationship between culture, economics, and social pressures. Interestingly, despite Buddhism's emphasis on purity, Thai culture has historically been more open to discussions of sexuality compared to many other Asian countries. There's a long history of openness when it comes to sexual expression, especially in relation to the cultural practices surrounding gender and sexuality. So, why does Thailand's sex industry thrive? One major factor is the country's economic reality. Thailand, while growing rapidly in recent decades, still grapples with poverty, inequality, and high unemployment rates. For many women and marginalized groups, sex work becomes a way to earn money, sometimes as the only option available. Another crucial element is the booming tourism industry. Millions of tourists visit Thailand every year, and many come specifically for the sex tourism experience. Cities like Bangkok, Pattaya, and Phuket are globally known as sex tourism hotspots, attracting foreign men looking for a cheap thrill in an exotic location. Thailand's reputation as a place for sex tourism is not just based on local demand, it's heavily driven by global tourists. The affordability of the services, combined with the country's relaxed legal environment around sex work, makes it an appealing destination for many who want to explore the sex industry without the legal restrictions they might face at home. While prostitution is technically illegal in Thailand, it's often tolerated in practice. The Thai government has historically been slow to enforce laws against sex work, due to the sheer size of the industry and its economic benefits. This creates a complex situation. The government turns a blind eye, while the industry continues to operate with some degree of impunity. Thailand also faces significant issues related to human trafficking and exploitation within the sex industry. Many people, especially women and transgender individuals, are pushed into sex work by poverty, lack of education, and limited job opportunities. So, while the country's sex industry is often seen as a profitable sector, it also raises questions about exploitation, consent, and ethics. Another important factor is Thailand's relatively high level of acceptance towards gender fluidity. Thailand is famous for its large transgender community, many of whom work in the sex industry. The country's open-mindedness toward transgender individuals has led to a unique form of gender expression within its sex industry, which further complicates the cultural narratives around sex work. While the Thai public often shows a level of tolerance for the industry, there are still many who see it as a stain on the nation's reputation. This creates an interesting dynamic where the industry is both a source of national income and a social taboo, leading to a complicated public discourse. So, what does the future hold for Thailand's sex industry? There are increasing calls for reform, especially around the rights of sex workers, better protection against exploitation, and stricter regulations. The question remains whether Thailand will continue to rely on sex tourism as an economic asset, or whether the government and society will push for more substantial reforms. Thailand's paradox of being a Buddhist country with a thriving sex industry isn't just about religion versus reality, It's about economics, politics, and the way society responds to global demands. While sex work continues to play a significant role in the country's economy, it's clear that this issue is far more complex than it may first appear. What do you think? Is the sex industry in Thailand a natural consequence of global tourism, or is it a sign of deeper social issues? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this.